This video is to answer a question that I got from a guy. He said, "Oh, you're telling me to use pistols for HPA. What kind of rigs you got for it?" And I have 3 rigs depending on what type of game I'm playing and what we're doing for the day. If it's an open play, if it's just a fun day, I'm wearing one thing. If it's just something quick that I want to have less weight, I wear another thing. If it's something that I know we're going to be all day out there and I don't want to come back, I got a bigger tank, I can just keep going from there. So we're going to go from the biggest to the smallest, and hopefully this will give you an idea what we're doing. Okay, now this is my chest rig that I got. I actually got my tank on the back, and I run a longer hose that goes up over my shoulder and comes down here. Now, I don't have the hose on here, but you can see how the tank is attached on the back. I don't have it tightened up because I've been sliding it in and out of here. But you'll see that I've got some clamps right here that the hose goes up through, and I put it under here, under this flap here, and over the top, and then I have another hose clamp right here that has the hose come down here, and right here I have another clamp. So when you're looking at the front of that, my hose is sticking right down here. And usually this is the rig I wear when I'm messing around with my 30 caliber, because I need a lot of air with that one. And I can put my radio in here, my pistol, because I still carry a pistol and a water bottle in the back. This is a 4500 90 CI tank, so it's going to have a lot of air and it's going to get the job done for the day. Usually I can run most of the day with the tank the way I've got my 30 caliber set up. I have that shooting at like 340 with 2.5s and 11 rounds a second, so I'm not putting a lot of air out to shoot that way. And I remember one day I used this tank all day and emptied the box mag out, which was about 3,000 rounds. That was the whole day, and the tank just went empty, and I swapped it over, and we never got to use the second tank. So I can get a full day out of this, but this is the rig I use. It's a little heavier rig. If I'm going to be at an event or something, this is the rig I'm going to wear. If I'm just messing around a little bit, there's another rig I'm going to wear, and I'm going to show you that right now. Now, this is a gas mask bag. It's a Russian gas mask bag. It's got a little bag here on this side that has a string that actually goes around your waist and then hooks back to this little tab right here. Okay, it goes around. In here, I actually have my regulator, which is a Wolverine regulator. I have the tank, and I also store the hose in here. Now, this is the hose I use on the big rig, but I also use this one here, or this coiled hose that I have. I have 2 of these coiled hoses, so I use those of various ones, but most of the time I'm using this. If I want to use my 30 caliber and I don't feel like grabbing a bunch of wearing a bunch of gear, and I'm just running a 30 caliber, this is the one I run. Goes over my shoulder, got the little strap goes around your waist so it don't flop, and this does the job for me. And the tank fits in there great, and it's a shoulder thing, so I put it on my left shoulder, the 30 caliber's on the right, the weight balances out, it's not too bad. This is also a 4500 tank. So this will last most of the day when I am using my 30 caliber. I might also use this if I'm using my pistols for a day of airsoft, but I don't need to because they don't shoot that much. When I was dual wielding, yes, I would use this, and the regulator that I have in here actually has 2 ports. Might as well show you. Has 2 ports on it, on either side, so that I can run dual pistols. And this rig here, I could run dual pistols off it, and it'd work flawless. Wouldn't have a problem whatsoever. There's enough, like it's got a fast enough refresh rate that it doesn't have a problem filling up again. But if I want the ultimate compact rig, that's what we're going to look at next. Now this rig is the ultimate in size reduction and light. So let me take this off and I'll show you what I did. This is a Russian map case. Okay, and it fits this 3013 CI tank perfectly. What I've done on this particular thing is I actually put a hole in the top. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you. I've actually put a hole in the top here so the tank lid will go through, okay, and I can screw on the regulator, which is a high pressure regulator, Wolverine high pressure regulator. Not that I need it, but I just want to get the faster refresh. Now, what I did is this originally had belt loops that you had to take your belt off and put through. So what I've done, and I'm going to show this, probably try to get a little closer. All right, I've cut this and put this pin in it. It's a brass like pin sticking out, and I put a hole in, double hole in this and a cut, so that I can press when this. I can put this up through my belt, and then it's hooked in there, and the belt will slide through there. This way I can take it on and off, and because of this pin system, it won't come off right away. There's pressure to hold it on there, and that'll fit up to a 2-inch belt. I've actually tried it on the belt. It'll fit up to a 2-inch belt. I did it to both sides so that each side can be like slipped up underneath the belt and then put down over the pin, and it's good to go. And taken apart, when this is on your belt, it just pushes out. You pick up and push out, and it comes out no problem. I'm going to pull back. Okay, so you put in your tank. Okay, on this one, you put your lid on. Well, I actually start the lid like this. All right. Now, I pick up the tank a little bit so that the threads are exposed. Then I start my adapter on here. Regulator. Now, the only problem with this is the tank has a tendency to try to spin inside here, and usually I put it down on a table or something like that to make sure that it fits good. Now, the tank is inside there. I would normally wear this on my left hip because I'll be running my shotgun, which is what I use this for primarily, or pistol on the right side. This counters my weight, and I use this flexible hose. Okay, it can go out in, with this being on my left side, I can let this come out, and this goes across this will go across my body in the front, and I can shoot. Now, if I want to push it more to the rear on my back, I'll put this way and let this hose come out around me, so it wraps around my waist and hooks up to whatever weapon I'm using. Usually it's my pistol or my shotgun. This way it's out of the way, it's not laying out there where it can get hooked on anything, and there's plenty of room to stretch out to be able to shoot with. And this is extremely light, and I don't remember where I got this from, but it's a Russian map case. It's actually made for a roll up a map, and it works great for this tank. Now, I always thought about getting two or three of these tanks, but the way I have my shotgun set up, it's at really low. It's a really low PSI right now. I think I might have that up a little too high, but anyway, I got this down to like 100 pounds or even 80 shooting with my shotgun or my pistol. And it's still getting at least, I want to be able to shoot at least 300 FPS on my pistols. So I actually have it set for my pistols, which then when I shoot with my shotgun, that's 3 to 6 shots. The FPS is going to be considerably lower, but it still handles it, and I can run all day with this. So these are the three items that I have. The full rig for when I'm using my 30 caliber, the gas mask shoulder rig, which I can use with the 30 caliber or when I'm running pistols if I want to have a light load, or now this little 13 CI tank, 3000 PSI, works like a champ. I also got a question about how many shots do you get out of a tank. Well, my shotgun has a M4 adapter on it, and the mag is 120 rounds. I can empty 120 rounds without a problem. My pistols, I got a 1500 round drum mag on. I use that all day firing. I have an M4 adapter for it. I run 300 round high caps. I take one mag out there and run that most of the day. I'm not shooting full auto with any of this stuff, so you're not going through as much ammo as you think you would. Even when I dual wielded, I didn't shoot that as much as you would think. Like it's a pistol caliber, so somebody with an AAG firing full auto at me and I'm shooting like 3-4 shots at the guy, you know, getting him just the same. It's how you shoot. If you're a full auto maniac and you just dump mags right and left, you might want to get the bigger tank. If you're shooting semi and you're shooting effectively, maybe you could go with a smaller tank. And so far I've been having no problem with this, and it works flawlessly. So if you got a chance to find like a little container like this, usually like a water bottle holder will do it as well. You could find something like this and make it up and be able to use this for your pistol as well. I hope that answered the question for some people. The Russian gas mask bag, probably could find it on a vintage site or whatever, or any kind of gas mask bag. The rig you can make up yourself. The thing is a Valken tank holder. It's a vertical tank holder. Having it on my back actually puts all the weight on my back, so I don't have it like on my sides or on my belt. And this is a small enough tank so that even if it's on my belt on the left side, it's still not that heavy weighing me down. I can run around with this pretty good. So that's my rig setup, and I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and as always, you guys have a good day.
Badass?
Yeah, you do.